Hi. I had an interesting conversation a couple of days ago about how I see vibration. So, a couple of videos ago, I talked about vibration as something that's subjective, that's within us, that's our emotional state, that's how our mind is tuned to everything else. And one thing I said that's in stillness of the mind, in a moment of meditation where there are no words, no emotions, when you can be the perfectly undisturbed surface of a lake, that's when we don't talk about vibration because you're perfectly still. Now, this may not be entirely accurate from perspective of some paradigms that are out there. And the reason for that is because everything vibrates, right? Everything resonates. Maybe resonates is not the right word. Vibrates at a specific frequency. So there's a quantum field that surrounds us that always vibrates at a specific frequency. Apart from conscious things like humans, things that we would see as unconscious may have vibration. Focus on the cup. See, I willed it. Some things like the cup that has maybe some sort of emotional imprint that I have given it resonates at slightly higher vibration. Maybe the water in it resonates at higher vibration because I charged it with some sort of emotional input. So looking at it subjective may seem limited if you look at, okay, the answer to that is, what is you? Right? That's the answer. Within this question is encapsulated the paradox of subjectivity versus objectivity. That's it. Okay, I'll elaborate. So, if you place a boundary around your skin, right? This is where I end, and this is where there's no more me, right? Outside skin, not me. Inside skin, me. Then we're relating to the physical self that we learned to appreciate through our senses and through our physical existence. So if you look at 0 on Circle of Zen, this is me, this is a pencil. Two separate things. If you look at 90, I and the pencil are the same. In fact, the air that defines us is the same as we are. Form is emptiness. If you look at 180, there is no pencil, there is no me, and so on, right? And then there's the attachment to upside, and then we go back. Now, if we try to discuss vibration, whether the quantum field around us vibrates, whether we are recipients of consciousness, all that stuff, the fundamental question, and pretty much the only question that remains, is, what is I? And don't try to answer that. The moment you try to answer that, you'll be using words, and words will collapse the entire house of cards, all right? No, what is I is a koan in itself. It's a question. It's like a mantra. Once you tuned into this question, you can listen to how I resonates. That's it. Okay, so we have established that things have their own vibrational frequency, right? Either they're inherently possessing some sort of resonance frequency, like crystals and from the inanimate objects, right? Crystals, rocks can have their own crystalline structure that is conducive to a sort of frequency, or serve as an amplifier, or as living things they exude certain set of qualities that correlates to proclivity to some sort of vibrational frequency, flavor. So the pencil can have its own properties because of the wood that it was made of, because of the lead, or that's the crystalline part, that's the inherent part. Or I have infused it with my own emotional, vibrational charge, because I used it a lot, because I wrote good things with it, and now the pencil is improved. Of course, subjectively speaking. And there goes objectivity. Okay, so vibrations. Everything vibrates. You know what? It's like that. That's the vibration scale. Oh, you can't see it because of the light. And I turn it, and I tune it like a radio. So what I understand as our emotional state is this movement. I'm either happy or unhappy, all right? And what vibration really is this. Cool? It has infinity setting, actually. So you can perceive things the way they are. Only through this lens. Okay. So going back to... So you can perceive vibration as the way you're tuned into the different fields around you. Or as an abstract quality of things. And at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, because what matters is how you can interface with it as a human being. All right? Yeah, I really like that metaphor. I need to do this again. So this is the vibrational how you tune into reality, right? So you can be low vibrational or high vibrational, and this is the perception of reality that you're getting. You're probably not seeing any change because of how you are tuned through that camera. All right. And then comes Aristotle. So this guy says that we are some of our experiences or some of our habits, right? And there is something to it. If we do, say, good deed once every blue moon, it doesn't constitute a habit and doesn't necessarily put us in the same group as very virtuous people. I should be using more abstract examples, I guess. The thing is, despite what you are being here and now, that's the vibration you are at right now. Despite that, you have habits, you have baggages from the past that will influence your tendencies. All right, so that's the important bit. You can be anything anything you want right now vibrationally, but you're still carrying the baggage of your past. your brain, it's not necessarily your memories and stuff, because you can manage them quite easily, right? In most cases, even by falling asleep, there you go. But the neural pathways they have embedded in your brain remain. They have to be reprogrammed in order to it's like acquiring a tool into your tool belt that allows you do things easier. So a person that's very deeply rooted in fear and super busy, constantly thinking of some sort of problems, will have difficulties clearing their mind, or difficulties opening their mind to a possibility of what they can experience through meditation, for example, right? The reason for that is though the patterns in their brain will oppose it, will either put forward contrasting ideas, or I'm looking for a word here. How does it oppose? How do your patterns from the past, the learned paths, oppose? That's a big subject. Nope, not picking it up today. That's a big subject. There are books written about it. Okay, the long story short, to summarize the thought, you can be at any vibration at any time. It is possible, just like it is possible to learn any skill at any time. You can become a piano virtuoso in... Alright, scratch that skill at any time. Everything comes with a certain amount of work. And if you're naturally talented, no, that's not the right way to say it. Okay, the long story short, you can tune into any vibration with your emotions at any time. And this is a hypothesis we have to start with. This is the good foot forward if you want to start this long march. Anything else, from the total unlimited freedom to achieve anything you like in this field, will be a limiting belief. Then let's not go there. It is not unlike gaining an ability. Now, overriding your existing patterns is not unlike gaining an ability. Right? For some people it will be more difficult to get rid of their years of baggage of stress and negative thinking. Some won't have that much, and it will be an easier jump for them. Surprisingly enough, if you have more of that baggage and you learn to dig through it, you put more effort into it, you will be better equipped to help people that have to dig through a lot of baggage, right? Alright, that's a different subject too. But the bottom line is, think of a vinyl record, right? Those grooves have been shaped, and in order to override them, you will need to press harder with a different tune, different vibration. Actually, that's the same thing, right? Some sort of frequency is written in these grooves, some sort of information. Okay, that's it for today. As always, thanks for being here.